Numerous earthquakes and volcanic eruptions at some parts of the country in the past and until recently should have increased our awareness of Indonesia's vulnerability to such natural disasters. Similar incidents of earthquakes and volcanic eruptions on the other parts of the globe simultaneously should have taught us that despite being unpreventable in nature, their devastating impacts could still be reduced to a minimum.
Several earthquakes took place in West Java's Sumedang Regency from Sunday, December 31, 2023 to the following Monday. The first one was a 4.1 magnitude earthquake, 7 kilometers deep, occurring at 2:35 p.m. The second was a 3.4 magnitude earthquake, 6 kilometers deep, at around 3:38 p.m. The third and largest earthquake reached a magnitude of 4.8, 5 kilometers deep, at 8:34 p.m. Two aftershocks occurred around Sunday at 11:23 p.m. and Monday at around 3:47 p.m. The Meteorology, Climatology and Geophysics Agency or BMKG recorded another earthquake with a magnitude of 4.4 at a depth of 10 kilometers on Monday at 8:46 p.m. The earthquake in Sumedang has left 11 people injured, damaged 248 houses, and forced 456 residents to evacuate to safe places. Elsewhere, Mount Lewotobi Laki-Laki in East Nusa Tenggara has erupted several times in recent weeks, including an eruption on Monday that spewed volcanic ash 1.5 kilometers above its peak, according to the Center for Volcanology and Geological Hazard Mitigation. The agency recorded another eruption from Lewotobi Laki-Laki on Tuesday, but ash clouds from the volcano were not observed, it said in a statement. Volcanic ashes from recent eruptions have affected two sub-districts near Lewotobi Laki-Laki Mountain, prompting more than 2,200 residents to evacuate to temporary shelters set up by local government. Last month, Mount Marapi in West Sumatra erupted, killing 23 people. Indonesia has nearly 130 active volcanoes. Indonesia is a seismically very active country. The United States Geological Survey, or USGS, even lists Indonesia as the country with the most earthquakes in the world. Indonesia lies on the Pacific Ring of Fire, the world's greatest volcanic and seismic belt, where 81% of recorded earthquakes occur. Being located on the Pacific Ring of Fire, Indonesia also has to cope with constant risk of volcanic eruptions, floods, and tsunamis. Indonesia is also at the junction of three major and active tectonic plates, the Indo-Australian, Eurasian, and Pacific plates. These three active tectonic plates cause the subduction zones that form these volcanoes. On the other part of the globe, Japanese rescuers scrambled to search for survivors on Wednesday as authorities warn of landslide and heavy rain after a powerful earthquake that killed at least 62 people and injured 300 others. The 7.5 magnitude quake on Monday that rattled Ishikawa Prefecture on the main island of Honshui triggered tsunami waves more than a meter high, sparked a major fire, and tore apart roads. The Noto Peninsula of the prefecture was most severely hit, with several hundred buildings ravaged by fire and houses flattened in several towns, including Wajima and Suzu, as shown by before and after satellite images released on Wednesday. The toll was expected to climb as rescuers battle aftershocks and poor weather to comb through rubble. More than 31,800 people were in shelters, the government said. Volcanoes and earthquakes are interrelated as both occur due to movement to the Earth's tectonic plates. They are both triggered by the heat and energy releasing from the Earth's core. Earthquakes can trigger volcanic eruption through severe movement of tectonic plates. Similarly, volcanoes can trigger earthquakes through the movement of magma within a volcano. Therefore, one aspect of how are volcanoes and earthquakes interrelated is the cyclical relationship where earthquakes cause volcanic eruption and magma movement causes earthquakes. Earthquakes and volcanic eruption in itself are dangerous natural phenomena which poses risks to humans. Furthermore, earthquakes and volcanic eruption could create underwater disturbances that may lead to tsunamis. Indonesia and Japan are both prone to earthquake and volcanic eruption due to their geographic positions. Yet, the recent earthquake in Japan has taught us an important lesson. While figure does matter, the considerably significant number of fatalities and damaged properties in Ishikawa were particularly because the 7.5 magnitude of the earthquake was indeed big in scale and disastrous in its impacts. However, the number of fatalities and damaged properties could have been much bigger if all buildings in Japan, including in Ishikawa Prefecture, were not quake-resistant, and if Japanese people had been less aware of proper disaster response measures. Natural disasters are unpreventable, but their impacts could be contained with complete obedience to scientific and carefully studied disaster response management system.